Shane. A-L-A-N Allen. A-L-A-N Allen. Allen.
Hey, it's episode 62 of the 38th Parallel. We made it to 62 episodes. I'm not going to say that for every single episode, but 62 sounds like a pretty good number to say that. So I'll just say that. I'm pretty sure I did say the last episode. Did I? Episode 61 was a milestone. Whatever. But yeah, so I'm excited to be back. I know we missed a week or two. We kind of skipped around. But that's because I'm lazy. So I don't know if anyone knows that, but I'm pretty lazy. But a guy who's not lazy, he's my co-host. He's way more busy and way more I don't know what the term is, but his work ethic is way better than mine. It's Alan Mosley. How are you doing, sir?
In a couple of weeks, it's football season. Then you will see what my work ethic looks
Hell
like
yeah.
then, son.
Hell yeah. You thought I was lazy
it's
then.
Gonna, yeah, it's going to be the 38th Parallel and Sunday Night Football live cast is what it's going to be.
Bottom corner, little tiny little screen.
Yeah, have like the little ESPN Gamecast little ticker while we're...
Right.
Man, you know there's a bunch of people that do that. Like literally their stream is them watching. They're not showing the game because they'll go to prison for life, but they're watching the game and just going, oh, hey, that's good. That was a good throw. And you look at it, it's like 2,900 live viewers. What's wrong? What's wrong with you people? Just go to a sports bar or something.
Well, I do watch one, a 49ers live stream where
you would.
I would, yeah, I do. If I can't see the game because it's not on TV here or something like that, then I'll watch what he played. Mainly because I like his reactions because he actually gets into it. Like he'd be like me if I was watching a game where if something bad happens, I'd be looking at the screen like I want to like break the TV or something. Or if something good happens, I'm like, yeah, let's go. So yeah,
all you got to do is join our Discord where I totally don't illegally stream the entire football season. I would never do that on our Discord that you could join. Yeah.
You're supposed to be quiet about that. I can't tell everybody that.
Yeah. Well, it's not like I shared the link or anything.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. So how have you been? It's been a minute since we've talked.
I'm pretty much the same, but worse.
Oh no.
I mean, you know, we're heading into week 12 of my whole fight with the Department of Labor.
Oh right. Yeah.
You thought that would have been resolved by now, but you'd be wrong.
Jeez.
It's we're heading into week 12. And I wrote you want to hear something great? I wrote a book accidentally. I didn't mean to, but
there you go.
It happened. Yeah.
For your orders are available.
Are they? So wow. Somebody, I don't know. I don't know what to do with it now. Like I got it. It's like the writing is done and the first chapter has been edited. But I mean, like, you know, obviously the rest of the book has to be edited. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't even have a name for the book, much less cover art or anything like that. But it's the writing is finished and the manuscript is done. And now it's kind of like okay, well, so what do people do when they wake up from just a haze and they find a book in their docs folder? I don't know what you do with it, but I need to do something.
Well, was that book that you wrote, is it a fiction? Is it a fictional?
No, it's not fiction. It's not fiction. It's nonfiction.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, it's a whole thing. It's got a tie-in to the 10th Amendment and state sovereignty, and so I kind of wrote it sort of to be in conjunction with the 10th Amendment Center. But the review and publishing process is not fast.
Yeah.
And it's not that I necessarily expected that it was. It's more that I honest to God wrote this in like 2 weeks, which is kind of weird. Yeah, I wrote it super fast. And if you had told me ahead of time that really you might as well just submit this one chapter at a time because it's going to take like 6 months to proof. And I've been like, oh, well, in that case, I don't have to have this finished next week. I don't know. Maybe it's like I mentally put myself back into being a young history student in school, knowing that my thesis is due in 2 weeks and I haven't started on it. So I was like, you know, and I started pounding it out, and now it's done. And I don't, you know, snap back to reality.
Well, I mean, that'd be cool once it comes out, right? I mean, is that what you're planning on happening? Is have it be released to the public? And
Well,
yeah,
I mean, I didn't write it for me.
There. Well, come on, you could have.
I've already read it, so
Okay.
I've seen it. But yeah, I mean, the idea is that it will be published and then available.
Can you imagine you wrote the book? Yeah, it's for me. I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
5-star review.
Yeah.
That's all it needs. Just one. I don't need anyone
Yeah.
else.
Well, yeah.
No
On the
comments
cover,
in
you
it.
got to put your little editor blurb with a star. So it's going to be like, a foundational piece of history, 5 stars, -- Alan Mosley.
Yes.
Now I'm going to do that for real. Now I'm actually for real going to put that on the cover.
Yeah. So wait, the author has his own quotational? That's fucking weird. All right.
Yeah. I still have to write the acknowledgments, but I mean, again, there's no point in even worrying about that right now until it's like further along in the actual publication process or whatever. But I did, because I got back into writing, but the downside is that to be totally honest with you guys, I only wrote it because I wanted to have something fresh out there by me so that I could just get a better job. Like people could read that and be like, oh, wow, this guy's legit. We should hire him.
Yeah.
But if it's going to take like 6 months to have it published, then that doesn't really help me. I mean, it may help me someday. It doesn't help me today. So I guess I need to work on something else. I don't know. Find another project.
Because you have to find a publisher, and I'm guessing.
Well, it's hopefully it'll be published via the 10th Amendment Center. But if it ends up being a situation where that's not going to happen, or it's going to take a really long time, and I decide I want to do something with it, then I'll have to self-publish. Mm-hmm. It's not that it's hard to do, but if I self-publish, then I'm still back to square one of, well, like nobody out there is helping me promote it.
Yeah.
So like if I were an excellent promoter, I'd have a lot bigger podcast and all that other stuff. So since we all know that that's not true, I need to have someone else publish this. I can't. I'm not going to self-publish it and then just hope people click the link. That's crazy talk. But I have been writing more stuff weekly. I've had stuff published the last couple of weeks. I got something coming out next week. And I hopefully have something coming out for Ron Paul's birthday on the 20th. So that's Wednesday. I actually wrote something for that, and hopefully that'll be coming out this week. But I also have something else coming out next week. So it's good. It feels good to like kind of get back into the habit of just regularly like, okay, I wrote this, set that aside. What should I do next? And I feel like it's like riding a bike. It's not a big deal. It's not that hard. Yeah. But my biggest problem is always thinking of stuff to write about. It takes me more time to come up with a topic than it does to physically, write it and have some sources and citations and whatever. That doesn't take me that long. It takes me a lot longer to just decide to do it and what it's going to be about. Mm-hmm. So I've kind of cheated, and what I did is I made a list of like famous figures and their birthdays. And I was like, the goal is to find something like very current eventy to write about. But if I go like a few days and I can't think of anything, then pick the next person on the list and just write a little thing about them. And so far that's been almost everything I've written, because I can't ever think of anything to write about. So I've literally had one article published that was a current events op-ed. Everything else I've written was off the list. So I need someone else. I need an editor. I need a manager to tell me, Mosley, we need you to write this. And then I would say, okay, I can't. I don't know why I can't do it. I'm not
Yeah.
self-directed.
Have that structure where someone can say, hey, this person's writing this, you can write this for this will be your thing for this week. And then you get on it and write it by Thursday so it could be out by Saturday or something like that, right?
Yeah.
A deadline.
It's like I could write stuff. I could have pieces ready every single day. I could have a piece or two ready every day if I had the list of things to write about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you said, look, Monday, I'm going to need you to write this. On Tuesday, I need you to write this. I wake up Wednesday morning. Okay, we need the next one to be this. I could do it. I could crank it out. But I can't. But if you told me, hey, next week, have me 5 separate articles about something, I'd be like, fuck.
Like nothing.
Yeah. You
Come up
would
with the
get 0. You'd get
Yeah.
0 and I'd get fired. That's what would happen.
Oh.
I'm not going to name the name, but a very popular person, a very famous person who himself runs an organization, had once said to me, listen, if you ever write something, and you want to submit it, let me know. I'll pay you for it. And I had said I had this exact same conversation with him of, I can't ever think of anything. I can't ever think of what I want to write about. I need you to give me a topic. He's like, yeah, I'm not going to do that. So I'm just letting you know that's never going to happen. You just need to just email me and say it's ready. I'm never going to email you and say, I need you to do this. Just whatever you want to write about. And I was like, that doesn't help. That doesn't help me. Because I don't know what I want to write about. That's the point.
Maybe if you're just so in sync with what was going on around you, like the news, like you're just constantly watching the news, you could probably have something, at least one topic a week. Like, oh yeah, something big happening or something that maybe nobody's really talking about. I mean, I'll write about that and then submit it to whoever wants it.
There are news writers and editors that what they do is they cover the news. So which means they have to follow a lot of accounts and have a lot of sources so that instead of you reading tomorrow what's in the news, they're finding out what's going to be in the news.
Right.
And then they will write, and it's short, you write, like they're writing 500 words. It's like half a page. It's just a few paragraphs of, hey, this just happened. This is what this means. That's it. They're done. But they're cranking that shit out. It's like we got 2 or 3 of these every day. We're just cranking out a little, next headline. I don't really do that. I could probably, but you'd still have to tell me what it is. I'm not going to go fishing for it. But I'm not a news writer. Like I write more extensively. Like I write longer form.
You're good at giving your opinion on stuff. Like if you see something happening on the news, then you can give your opinion on it. You can talk about it for a few minutes. That's what you're good at. You have a show about it. You've done it here plenty of times where I'll say something and then you go off and I'll be like, Alan Mosley ranting again. Here we go. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
That's what you're good at.
Well, I guess you could call them op-eds is what I write a lot of. But the article I wrote about Ron Paul, it's not just all my opinion. I mean, it's like 1,800 words and it's a sourced essay about him and his accomplishments and influences and all that. So it's not like me just saying what I think about Ron Paul. It's objectively true statements, but it is tinged. It's obviously from the perspective of someone who is a fan, whereas someone who was not a fan would probably cherry pick things to write about that were not flattering. Whereas I'm obviously writing in a way that's flattering about him. But it's still just an article. I wouldn't really call it an editorial because it's, I'm just saying things that he did. It's not like I'm making it up. So I don't know. It's kind of somewhere in between. I write a lot of stuff academically. I've been told several times that it's like, your writing style is very academic. And so, that doesn't resonate with everybody because some people are just retarded. And so they can't follow it. I write the way someone who is a historian would write,
Right. Well, not to go off on it's too much of a tangent, but one of the news articles that I have here is sort of similar to what we're talking about, where you're talking about, I don't know what to write about. Now,
Mhm.
I heard this on a podcast, and I thought it was really interesting. And I was thinking, okay, the next episode I'm going to do with Alan, I got to mention this. And so this is a really important news topic that, in his words, nobody else is talking about. So,
Yeah.
title: Radioactive wasp nest found at site where U.S. once made nuclear bombs. The nest at a site in South Carolina had a radiation level 10 times what is allowed by federal regulations, but it does not present a danger. Doesn't present a danger. I heard that if these particular wasps sting you, you can get cancer from that. You can get cancer from a sting from one of these wasps. So in the article, it says workers at a site in South Carolina that once made key parts for nuclear bombs in the U.S. have found a radioactive wasp nest, but officials said there is no danger to anyone. Employees who routinely check radiation levels at the Savannah River site near Aiken found a wasp nest on July 3rd on a post near tanks where liquid nuclear waste is stored, according to a report from the U.S. Department of Energy. Which, Alan, I'm sure you hear U.S. Department of Energy and I think, oh yeah, very trustworthy, right? You can 100% trust everything they're saying. It's not a danger, okay? These wasps are not a danger. Nothing to see here.
They're not a danger to me because I wouldn't go anywhere near that shit. So that's
yeah, right.
I mean, when you first introduced that, I thought this was going to be like Fallout, where they're like the bot flies and they're the size of my freaking torso.
Hey, this is like a stepping stone.
Okay,
20 years from now, you never know.
Yeah, I got you.
The nest had a radiation level 10 times what is allowed by federal regulations, like they said. The workers sprayed the nest with insect killer, removed it, and disposed of it as radioactive waste. No wasps were found. The report said there was no leak from the waste tanks, and the nest was most likely radioactive through what it called on-site legacy radioactive contamination from the residual radioactivity left from when the site was fully operational. The watchdog group Savannah River Site Watch said the report was at best incomplete since it doesn't detail where the contamination came from, how the wasps might have encountered it, and the possibility there could be another radioactive nest if there is a leak somewhere. Knowing the type of wasp nest could also be critical. Some wasps make nests out of dirt and others use different material, which could pinpoint where the contamination came from. I'm as mad as the Hornet that SRS didn't explain where the radioactive waste came from, or if there was some kind of leak from the waste tanks that the public should be aware of, Clement said, who is the executive director of that group. The tank farm is well inside the boundaries of the site, and wasps generally fly just a few hundred yards from their nests, so there's no danger there outside the facility. If there had been wasps found, they would have significantly lower levels of radiation than their nests. The site was opened in the early 50s to manufacture the plutonium pits needed to make the core for nuclear bombs during the start of the Cold War with the Soviet Union. Now, the site has shifted toward making fuel for nuclear plants and cleanup. The site generated more than 165 million gallons of liquid nuclear waste, which has, through evaporation, been reduced to about 34 million gallons. There are still 43 of the underground tanks in use, while 8 have been closed. So, like you were saying, you're thinking, oh, this is going to be some, oh man, you're making it sound like it's going to be some bad thing, whatever. And the article makes it say, hey, there's no danger. The wasps are no danger, but this is just one. We don't know if there's more, and we know that plutonium is from maybe I'm stupid, but I don't think it's very safe, right? So who knows? If a wasp did come in contact with this and it's still flying around somewhere, like it stings me, I'm gonna assume I'm fucked, right?
Yeah, I was just noticing that very last line there, where like most of the pits are still open. Like they're
Yeah,
still,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Exactly.
Did you know that 1 gram of plutonium is 20 billion calories?
Really?
So I'm just saying, if you wanted to try to eat one,
Oh.
you'd die. It's what
No.
that's what I'm saying.
No. You die. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, that's what would happen. You'd definitely be full. You would definitely
Yeah.
not need to eat anymore.
Probably not.
Yeah.
So I read that and I was thinking, okay, are there any other weird, crazy animals out there that I haven't heard? It was like one of those where you read one thing, you start going down a rabbit hole. That's exactly what happened
Mhm.
after I read this. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. I'm gonna share the next one for you. So this is basically us talking about weird animals. That's what we're doing right now. We're gonna talk about
Okay.
animals for a while.
When are we going to get to like flesh-eating bacteria?
Here's the next one. Rabbits with horns in Colorado are being called Frankenstein bunnies.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crazy.
Actually, I did see this one. This is
Look
one I already saw. And so first of all, yikes, right
Look at
there.
that thing.
Yeah. And second of all, I did see where they did tell people stay away from them. But I
Yeah.
didn't see why. It's like, okay, why should we stay? I mean, I would stay away from it too, but why would I? What would happen if I didn't?
A group of rabbits, and I'm going to read the article. A group of rabbits in Colorado with grotesque horn-like growths may seem straight out of a low-budget horror film, but scientists say there's no reason to be spooked. The furry creatures merely have a relatively common virus. The cottontails recently spotted in Fort Collins are infected with the mostly harmless,
Mhm.
however you pronounce that word, which causes wart-like growths that protrude from their faces like metastasizing horns. I probably screwed that name up.
Papillomavirus. Hell yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Viral photos have inspired a fluffle of unflattering nicknames, including Frankenstein bunnies, demon rabbits, and zombie rabbits. But their affliction is
Mhm.
nothing new, with the virus inspiring ancient folklore and fueling scientific research nearly 100 years ago.
I think I'm down for demon rabbits. Like Demon
Yeah.
Slayer's getting ready to come out at the theaters. Those are demon rabbits. Hell yeah.
The virus likely influenced the centuries-old jackalope myth in North America, which told of a rabbit with antlers or horns, among other animal variations. So these are the real things, that is what they're saying. It's not just a
Mhm.
fairy tale. The
Yeah.
disease in rabbits also contributed to scientists' knowledge about the connection between viruses and cancer, such as the human papilloma virus that causes cervical cancer. The virus in
Wow.
rabbits was named after Dr. Richard E. Shopey, a professor at the Rockefeller University who discovered the disease in cottontails in the 1930s. Oh, thanks, AP. No,
Wow.
I don't want to stay ahead of the news.
I do. Click on that. I needed to have topics to write about.
Crap. I already
Shit.
X'd out.
Okay,
Damn
no,
it.
that's fine.
Sorry. Maybe it'll pop up again because you know how these news sites are. News about the rabbit sightings in Fort Collins, 65 miles north of Denver, started getting attention as the residents started spotting them around town and posting pictures. Caravan Hoos, that's an appropriate name, a spokesperson for Colorado Parks and Wildlife, told the Associated Press on Wednesday that the agency has been getting calls about the rabbit seen in Fort Collins, but she said that it's not uncommon to see infected rabbits, especially in the summer when the fleas and ticks that spread the disease or spread the virus are most active. The virus can spread from rabbit to rabbit, but not to other species, including humans and pets. The growths resemble warts, but can look like horns if they grow longer, Van Hoos said. The growths don't harm rabbits unless they grow on their eyes or mouths and interfere with eating. Rabbits' immune systems are able to fight the virus, and once they do, the growths will disappear. So there you go. So we are up for demon rabbits.
Yeah, those are
for
demon rabbits
Yeah.
all the way. Yeah.
So there's got some interesting creatures out there. We have wasps who could possibly be infected with nuclear energy, and then we
Mhm.
got these demon rabbits.
So the demon rabbits get the virus from ticks that spread the virus, but it
Yeah.
only affects the rabbits.
Isn't that lucky?
And then you have ticks that can give you a disease where you become allergic like to red meat.
yeah.
Like you can't eat red meat because you got bit by the tick. And
Yeah.
then I saw where they were saying that the eco crazies, like the environmental climate terrorist people,
Mhm.
they were saying that, you know, they were wondering if they could hatch a plan to breed like millions of the ticks with the red meat disease and unleash it like on North America to force people to stop eating meat.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
What the? Come on, these people are evil. Come on.
Yeah, well, that's
Come
what
on.
exactly what I said is that if I get bit by a tick now and then I become, first of all, I don't, there's no such thing as allergic to meat. I'll eat a goddamn burger if I want to. It's just going to happen.
Well, apparently it makes you
I die.
vomit, right? Like you vomit if you eat it, right?
If I die, I die. That's how it is. And second of all,
I'm eating
I'm
that
taking you with
burger.
me. I'm taking you with me. I will
Oh, no.
find the eco people who said that, and they're going to hell with me. That's what's happening. So they needed to. Actually, I take that back. They're doing it to try to save the cows and save the world. I will start systematically eradicating cows if I can't eat them. So you decide what happens next. Either I eat some cows, or I kill you and all the cows. That's actually, and if it's for the planet, I'm just gonna start just lighting tires on fire everywhere I go. We're just gonna
Oh my
start some
gosh.
burn pits. That's it. It's you know, you decide what happens next, eco terrorists. Either I start the burn pits, or you leave me the hell alone and let me eat my goddamn burgers.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. I don't know how I'd be able to go without having at least one burger a week, right? Like you just have to have the burger and the cheese. Okay. On another tangent. Now we're talking about burgers. What kind of burger do you like? What kind of, is it American cheese? Is it the
No.
usual lettuce? No. What is it?
No. American cheese is literally dog shit. I would rather not eat the burger if it has American cheese on it. I'll refrain from eating the burger.
Provolone?
It kind of depends. It kind of
Yeah.
depends on what some of the other ingredients are. I like Swiss on a burger, but
Oh, there you go.
Swiss is like if you've got like some bacon and some mushrooms, some kind of a sauce, then Swiss is good. Sharp cheddar is great all the time.
Yeah, sure.
It's just all the time. Like if you're gonna put yellow cheese on the burger, make sure it's sharp cheddar, not American. American cheese isn't even cheese. It's like
No, it's
legally
not.
not cheese.
Yeah.
It's like a paste that they congealed. It's not, you know.
It's a cheese
It's
product.
like American cheese, like Kraft American cheese is cheese in the same way that like Hershey's chocolate is chocolate.
Mhm.
Where meaning like it's not. It's like cocoa tinged wax.
Yeah.
And people eat that shit. That's not chocolate. That's not even legally chocolate.
Mhm.
So no, I never eat American cheese on anything because it's so bad. But I eat sharp cheddar on a lot of things. Pepper jack. If you're wanting something with a little bit of kick, pepper jack is good.
Cha-ching.
Yeah, I'm a big pepper jack fan. So yeah, Swiss, pepper jack, Monterey Jack. If you're wanting a similar cheese but you don't want the kick, you get Monterey Jack. Pepper
Yeah.
jack if you can handle a little bit of spice. You know, it kind of depends. Like if you're like a really, really pasty white person and to you like ketchup is spicy, then to you pepper jack is like you're like whoo because you ate some pepper jack cheese, you know. I won't say anything.
Not the biggest fan of the spicy food over there.
No,
Yeah.
Well, it's I kind of go through phases.
This guy.
Like I don't always eat spicy food at every meal.
No,
It's
not
like
every
sometimes I'm just in the mood for something.
Right. Hell yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, there's that. But like, yeah, I went through a long period of time where it's like I want Swiss on everything, but Swiss goes with certain types of things. Like Swiss isn't always good for a burger, but like if you're gonna get like a French dip,
Right.
then that's Swiss. It's that's Swiss completely.
It-
You said provolone. Provolone is good. Like it's a general good all-purpose cheese that's actually real cheese. Like
Right.
you could look it up in the dictionary and it's in there as opposed to American cheese. I don't know. What am I forgetting? I mean, there's a lot, but I'll tell you, it's like it's easier for me to name things I don't eat, like blue
Feta?
cheese. No, I don't eat mold. I'm sorry, I don't.
So not feta
So-
cheese.
No, none of that. No,
Oh,
none
come
of
on.
feta. No blue.
How dare you.
No American. Like definitely no to those three, but probably yes to most everything else situationally. Yeah.
Okay, so do you like ketchup, mustard? What kind of sauces do you like mostly?
Okay. So we are talking about burgers, right?
Yeah. Not
All right,
fucking
so if
hot
it's a-
dogs. Yeah, we're not putting no fucking
Yes,
meat in our
okay.
mouth. Yeah.
Okay, if you Jesus. All right. And no, I don't like hot dogs either. I didn't realize you were so
Well, I do,
passionate
but
about it.
I don't.
I don't like hot dogs. Like that's just the lowest common denominator meat product. It's like you might as well just,
Well,
I
if it's
want
an actual
real-
bratwurst, then it's good stuff.
well, that's different, but I wouldn't eat it like a hot dog, I don't think. Well, okay, but if that were the case, then mustard is okay.
Yeah,
But-
mustard. Yeah.
Mustard for like some of the harder meats, but I also use mustard on things like salmon and stuff too.
Oh,
But I only use ketchup. Ketchup is kind of similar to like a steak sauce, whereas if you need a steak sauce, it's like, what's going on with the steak? You know
Right.
what I mean?
yeah.
What's wrong here? So if it's a burger that I feel like it's kind of like it's missing something, then I might have put a little ketchup on there. But I definitely won't put ketchup on hot dogs that I don't eat anyway, and I don't typically put mustard on burgers because the burger needs to be a big, thick piece of ground beef that's like medium rare. It's juicy. You got some blood in there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like you got to have something dripping out of the corners of your mouth when you take a big bite of that. otherwise it's burnt. I don't eat burnt food.
So medium rare steak then is how you like your.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Rare. Like most places err on the side of more well done. So I usually will say rare, unless I know the chef and I know it's
Right.
going to be
Right.
it's going to be rare. So
Yeah,
then
yeah,
it's like, okay, maybe medium rare. But medium rare to medium rare, and everything above that is burnt. It's just throw it in the trash. But
Shit.
for burgers, but hold on. This is really important.
Yeah.
You don't need any sauces at all on a burger because you're already going to have everything you need when you got that egg on there, my friend.
Oh, hey, there you go.
When you're making a one eye, as we call them down here, and if you're making yourself a one eye bacon cheeseburger, then you're going to have some yolk, and you're not going to need anything else. That's
Hey,
gonna moisten the delivery.
Hell yeah. They'll say the peanut butter and egg sandwich, right?
Peanut butter. I still haven't had that. I'm gonna try that though. Because I feel like it might be okay. That
Live.
sounds like something I can eat.
Too late.
So
It's like
I'm
you tried to pick shrimp chips.
like, on this week's It's Too Late, I'm gonna eat a peanut butter and egg sandwich, and it's got to do better than the fucking shrimp chips, for God's sakes. It's got to be better than that.
Oh man, peanut butter and egg sandwich with a side of shrimp chips. Hell yeah, that's my lunch. Right
Oh my
there.
God! Why would you ruin your sandwich with that? It's too many different food groups. It's weird.
Hell yeah.
So okay, so burger, juicy, egg or cheese, egg, bacon.
Ooh.
Boom. That's the burger. Don't need any other sauces. If you don't want to go like the hardcore protein breakfast route like I just suggested, and you want to have some more veggies on there, like if you're a big lettuce, tomato, onion person, in that case, you got to have some mayo on your buns. And it's not because of the taste of the mayo. See, hardcore mayo people are like, oh, yeah, they're just eating mayo with a spoon because they're just degenerate, fucking hellbound freaks. It's not about the taste. I mean, you want to have a good taste in your mayo, but you're not slathering it on. The whole point of the mayo is that mayo is an oil-based product which blocks the water, the moisture from the vegetables, the tomato, lettuce, onion, from making your buns soggy. That's why mayo was invented. Mayo wasn't invented to be a condiment. Mayo was invented to put an oil-based coat on your bread so that it would stay dry and firm, even though you have moist products in between. So if you're gonna go the big veggie route, you got a garden going this year. You did some tomatoes, some onions, some lettuce. Then you get a couple of thin layers of mayo. And then that way you're still going to have a nice crispy bun with all that in the middle. But I usually go the egg bacon route, not the tomato, onion, lettuce route.
Man, now I want a burger.
Yeah,
we're going to have burgers tomorrow. We're going to have burgers tomorrow.
Burger time.
Yeah.
I
like hot sauce.
Have you ever had a burger with an egg on it?
I might have, but I'm pretty sure I have. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if I have, but not recently for sure. No.
Fry you an egg. It's a fried egg. You can do it scrambled if you want, but the yolk, like you don't want it to be runny, but you do want it to still have the yellow in there because that's what you're using instead of like ketchup and mustard and stuff.
It's like an over medium egg.
Yeah, you want to have an over medium egg because it's the eye. That's the one eye. So you make your burger. You put your cheese on it because it's going to lay flat and kind of melt a little bit over the heat of the burger. You cook the burger first, and then you put the cheese straight out of the fridge on it and just let it kind of conform over the burger. You don't melt the cheese. Let the burger cook the cheese. And then you flip your egg, you slap it on the top of the burger, and then you lay a couple strips of bacon. And then you put your bun. Oh, that's good eating right there. And it's good for you. That beef's good for you. That bacon's good for you. That egg is good for you. If you're doing like a low carb thing, that's something that's quite tasty to eat, and it'll fit your macros for your low carb. Just if I'm trying to sell it just a little bit more, I think you could swing it.
I like putting hot sauce on my burgers.
I just cut the stream. Just get this shit out. I'm just kidding. I like, I'm not a big hot sauce guy, but you know, it's fine. It's okay sometimes. Like you like if you're the kind of person that has a bottle of hot sauce ready for like your scrambled eggs, that's fine. You know, to each their own. I like to mix in some cheese sometimes and some different things into eggs to spice it up. I've been eating my egg sandwiches where I just crumble up some bacon and add some cheese in there, mix it all together. Make it's like a little scrambled egg casserole type thing, you know.
No.
Yeah, it's good. That's good stuff. Now, if you took that and put it on a burger, it's just
to do that, yeah.
Oh my god. Man. I'm actually physically in pain because you know I'm only eating egg sandwiches right now and I'm cutting. This is like this is really bad.
Your one cheat meal.
I've still got like 2 months to go. Like second week of October is when I should hit my goal roughly. And then I'm gonna eat 40 pounds of pizza.
Oh man. Don't overdo it. You're gonna die.
No, I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Not literally. Yeah.
Maybe just buy like a large pizza and eat half of it and eat the other half the next day. Because pizza is almost always good the next day.
Yeah, it is. You know, the tough thing is though, is that when you go really hardcore, like I've been, where it's like you're in a really defined routine, where it's like I'm literally like having a shake, like not a milkshake, like a protein. I work out, and then in the evening I have 2 egg sandwiches, and then maybe a protein bar, maybe, And that's it. That's all I eat, literally 7 days a week. What happens is your body gets like so in tune to that then, like, 2 Saturdays later, maybe you go out with the fam and maybe you have like a plate of nachos or something, and your body freaks the fuck out.
Yeah.
It's just you. Yeah. It was like, dude, I literally eat, and not 15 minutes after dinner, like I can just feel like your stomach's just like it's freaking out.
Oh, yeah.
And then you have to, and then the poo-poo man comes to visit you for a couple hours.
Been on that toilet for a little too long, right?
Yeah, if your legs are starting to get numb, that's how you know that you it's been a long visit.
Yeah, that's never happened to me
But-
ever. It's never happened.
No, that's good. I'm glad that's never happened. But when you, like, I'm doing that like 6 to 7 days a week, basically for the last month or two, and I'm going to be doing it through October. And I mean, it works. I put it to you this way: like, people who are like, "Oh, I just can't lose weight." No, dude, tell you what, you just eat an egg sandwich every day and then go to bed. You'll trim up. It's just you'll want to kill yourself. So it's like you have to balance your impending doom versus how much you want to, get fit.
Well, moving on from talking about animals and delicious burgers and egg sandwiches and all that. One news story that we didn't talk about last time, and we missed last week, so we didn't talk about it again. But we wanted to talk about it because I feel like this whole thing is pretty much just like a publicity stunt, and I like the hype video of this too. So I'm sure you've heard that Howard Stern is possibly going to get canceled, right? It's over.
I thought he was canceled.
Yeah.
I thought it was over.
Show's over, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think you'd be wrong on that, because I'm going to show you this this hype video that have. And I find it kind of funny that they're going to talk about it, because they're happy to, Howard Stern's going to talk about it. Oh, I can't wait to hear what he's going to have to say. So let's watch this. Let's watch what this video is now. Stern Show at Stern Show on Twitter. They tweeted, "Fired, retiring, canceled, bye-bye Bowie. Howard Stern will speak Tuesday, September 2nd, only on SiriusXM."
The downfall of Howard Stern.
The shock jock just got his walking papers from SiriusXM.
The guillotine's coming for Howard Stern.
The tabloids have spoken. Howard Stern, fired, canceled. Is it really bye-bye Bowie? Chaos is swirling at the Howard Stern Show. Did staffers talk to the press? Are writers withholding their best jokes? Nobody knows what's going on or who to trust. Now we can reveal. All the questions will be answered. All the truths will be told by the one man truly on the inside. Howard Stern will speak Tuesday, September 2nd. Howard 100.
I just think it's funny that this story came out in July, I think it was, or like late July or something like that, that, this is it for him. And then they come up with this saying, he's going to talk, but it's right now, it's August 17th, and we have to wait until September 2nd to hear what he has to say. So we got to wait, like another 2-3 weeks?
Yeah.
And you have to have SiriusXM, which, do you have SiriusXM? I don't.
Nobody has Sirius. That's why he's being canceled. It's because he costs too much money and they don't make any money.
Well, the weird thing, though, is that SiriusXM, they do have big names on their platform. Like they have the Caller Daddy lady. They have her on there. They have Smartless, which is Jason Bateman and Sean Hayes and Will Arnett, their podcast. And apparently they also have Trevor Noah.
When are you going to start naming the big names?
That's it.
None of these people. You kidding me?
Just name them.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah, what he's doing is they got to wait that long so they can finalize all their deals because he's going to make a big announcement about how he's moving on to the the Bumblefuck network where like 18 people are subscribers, where they're going to make it sound like it's a victorious march forward.
Yeah.
But I mean, Howard Stern canceled himself like 20 years ago by being completely culturally irrelevant and siding with the regime at every turn. He went from being a shock jock to being the, why don't you guys put on your fucking masks and get the vaccine, right? Like he's one of those people. So like Howard Stern's been dead for years. So however they're going to sell it, who gives a shit? Howard Stern's done. He's been done for a long time. It's the same. I feel like it's just the latest, kind of like the whole thing with Stephen Colbert and the Late Show, right? It's like Howard Stern is basically an institution because he's been around for so long, but he has declined so severely over such a period of time that it's like when the big hammer falls, who even cares? Like when they announced that Colbert, because remember, it's not just Colbert that's canceled, it's the Late Show is going away. They're not even going to replace him. They're just doing away with he killed the program. He was so bad, dude.
Yes, yeah.
So it's like in that case, when they finally announced it, it was mostly just jeers, right? It was mostly just people saying, yeah, that makes sense. He sucks. Terrible. He's been terrible for a long time. So it's not like that. Yeah, it's they really tried hard to make it sound like there was going to be this big upheaval of people wanting to save the show and save his job. And then remember, like there was a protest outside Ed Sullivan Theater or whatever for the Late Show, and there was like 18 people. It's like, dude, there's more than 18 people just waiting at the crosswalk to move to the other side of the street. Dude, it's terrible, man. Listen, I don't have any sympathy for these people. I don't care what his announcement is. No one's going to hear it. They're going to hear it from the video clip that's on Twitter after it happens. That, I know that. Everybody knows that.
Well, whatever his deal is now, I say for example, it was like I don't know, 100 million, I think it was. There's no way they can offer him that much money because he's just he's not the guy anymore. Like, I mean, he hasn't been the guy for a long time. And there was a thing. So like, I've been following this for a while, and Howard Stern had it was like a leaked press conference thing for his staff, basically saying, hey, the audience that we have, I don't want that audience. I want a new audience. I want an audience where I can talk to Sandra Bullock about what her favorite restaurant is, and she could talk about some stories that she had when she ate that restaurant, or I don't know, maybe he can talk to Ringo Starr again about the Beatles for the billionth time. He can. That's the audience he wants. He don't want to talk about fucking such and such retard person over there, or making fun of all these 18-year-old women and trying to have them touch their tits or whatever. He don't want that. He don't want that kind of audience anymore.
Andrew over here said the Howard Stern show was over when he left terrestrial radio. He hasn't been funny in years, and now his head is so far up celebrity asses. I don't know how he breathes. Yeah, so that's actually a good point. Is that not only is he personally just god awful and just a regime shill at this point, so he's a shell of his former self, but on top of that, he moved from terrestrial radio to Sirius XM. And remember when all the new cars that were being bought and sold, they came with like a month of Sirius XM. And but that window in history lasted like 15 minutes because it was right after that we got like streaming services and Bluetooth and and podcasts and Spotify and iTunes and like that stuff was obviously superior, and obviously like you could have a more niche subscription, like as opposed to paying big money per month to have their radio and just turning the radio on. Now you can just log into your service and have your subscriptions and stuff. Like their moment, like it's kind of like, you know, it's like betting. Like this has happened before. It's like betting on whatever. It's like betting. It's like betting on floppy disks when you don't know that CDs are coming out next year. So you put everything you have into floppies, and then when they announce CDs, you're like, fuck, like my my business is ruined because I put everything into this. That's how that was. Like you might as well had just stayed on terrestrial radio compared to going to satellite, because it was birthed and died like within a year. And so it is what it is. Look, you struck out. Tough shit. It happens. But on top of that, you personally are totally not worth the dollar. So it's time for the second half of Bills Bears.
Oh,
so
I'm guessing that means that the show's over now, right? Show's over.
I just, like
The show's over.
like if oh no, like
don't do that. You're gonna kill me.
Nah, it's fine, dude. So, yeah. See, Jay Forte over there on YouTube says, "Is this where the illegal football stream is at?"
Could be.
Oh man, I love
They're
you
home.
guys.
Yeah.
You guys are the best. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do when football season starts? This should be our last topic because it's already 9:02. What are we gonna do when football starts?
Well, I mean, if we did do a show on Sunday night, then that's not going to go well because there's Sunday night football happening, right?
Yeah, I'm going to be streaming the football game while you're streaming this show.
Right.
And yeah,
we could just watch it. I don't even care. We could just watch the show. Watch the show, watch the game, and then
I mean,
especially
we
if
could
it's a 49ers game. If it's a Niners game, oh man, it's over.
Well, yeah. See, that's the other problem though. Is that this is why we can't stream during game time, because if it's a 49ers game, you're just checked out. Like
or Monday night.
Can't
You can't do Monday night either.
Yeah, it can't be Sunday and it can't be Monday night. It can't be Thursday night.
Right. So that leaves us
So
4 days.
Well, it could be Sunday, but it would have to be between the end of the 3:00 football games and the Sunday night football game. Or it could be, if it was Monday night, it'd have to be before Monday Night Football.
Yeah, we'll have to figure that out.
Or we just do the show anyway, and we just watch the game and
Let's talk about the football. Yeah, fuck it, I don't care.
And we just talk about. If of those options, this is the good thing about Monday Night Football. It's because Monday Night Football is the last game of the week, right? Because Monday night is actually the previous week's football, the previous weekend's football.
Yeah.
It's the last game of the week. So you can watch Monday Night Football and also shoot the shit about the games that week, because all the other games are over.
Yeah.
So that's the good thing about Monday night. See, when we used to do sports ball, we did it on Thursday. And because the reason is that you could do a very quick review of all the previous week's games.
Yeah.
Because by Thursday, it's old news. But since it's Thursday, that night is Thursday Night Football. So we're doing sports ball to get you prepped for the next week's games, because and we would always pick the Thursday night game as one of our picks, because it's going to be on like right after sports ball is Thursday Night Football.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. We'll have to talk about it. Maybe we just do the show anyway and we just watch football.
Yeah.
And do the show.
Talk about other things, whatever. It doesn't have to be football related. And then if something cool happens, oh fuck, did you see that catch? Whoa, look at that.
Yeah.
Brock Purdy did it again.
Is
I
that
don't
what
know
they're
what
gonna
it
be
was,
saying?
but
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't
What's
know.
it? What is it that he did again? It kind of
I don't know.
depends.
we'll
I'm-
see.
we're gonna-
Jake
you know what
Moody
we could
missed
do?
another field goal. Wow, who would have thought?
Well, if you wanted to have a 49ers update report on each week's show, then it's going to be we're going to have a Christian McCaffrey watch. Did Christian McCaffrey play? No. All right. Well, tune in next week for
Hell yeah.
next week's Christian McCaffrey watch.
Dude, they're running backs are fucking falling off the cliffs. Like, what's going on over there? It's literally just now CMC and whoever. All the other running backs are fucking injured now.
It ain't CMC and whoever. It's whoever because he ain't CMC. It's whoever. Yeah, dude.
Well,
It's
man,
gonna be.
to
It's gonna
start-
be. It's gonna be
Yeah.
fine.
Oh my god.
I ain't even worried about it. And Ayuk's gonna be back in like a couple of years. You know, whatever. He'll be back.
A couple of years.
The first month and a half, it's just going to be Purdy to Jawan. And that's it, folk. 49ers suffer another tough loss. We'll be back. I don't know. I haven't looked at their schedule. I don't know what their schedule looks like, but
First game is Seattle.
Oh. That depends on what Sam Darnold looks like for Seattle this year, coming off of last year's season at Minnesota. In preseason, he looked pretty good, but who cares? It's preseason, you know.
Well, the 49ers played Minnesota when Sam Darnold was the quarterback. And I don't know if you remember this, but Sam Darnold threw a fucking bomb to, I believe it was Justin Jefferson. And that was a touchdown. It was like 97 fucking yards. So broken coverage or whatever the defense was doing on that play. And so, yeah. At that point,
Isn't it?
that game was over.
Isn't it weird when like there's a busted coverage on like Justin Jefferson and you're like the one person in the whole
one
stadium
guy
who should have like 3 guys marking him every time he lines up. How is he just strolling down the sideline by himself? It's so funny. Because, you know, it's so hard for him to get yards and touchdowns. I really feel bad for him, that Justin Jefferson.
Yeah,
Anyway.
arguably the best wide receiver
Yeah.
in the game.
Yes. Yeah. And he's uncovered.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, if I was covering him, he would appear to be uncovered. To the untrained eye, he would look uncovered. Well, anyway, this was fun. Well, we still have a week to figure it out because next week is preseason week 3, or this coming week, and then the week after that's the bye, and then there's the start of the NFL season. So we'll figure it out. I have to ask some people on social media. Say, hey, you think we should stream during
and
football
like I said,
season?
have it
and
like
just-
right in the corner there, like maybe like this.
yeah.
Not like that. Oh, no, definitely not like that. Definitely not like that.
Oh, yeah, like no, that's good, like that. Yeah, that's what people would prefer. Actually, is it? Uh-oh.
Impact so far on the Viking
look at this
defense.
shit.
2nd down 9.
Sam Darnold.
Getting messy,
Look at this.
going deep, and he's got Jefferson. He's got Jefferson.
Look at this.
It's a foot race downfield.
That wasn't a busted
Shifting
coverage. That was
gears.
a Justin Jefferson is better than the 49ers secondary.
Yeah, I misremembered it, but I still remember it being a touchdown.
It looked like a busted coverage because Justin Jefferson is so much better than them.
Here we go. It's the replay.
Yeah.
Gets the receivers over the top. Justin Jefferson.
Where does he
has
actually
deep
catch the
safety
ball?
help, but he doesn't have the speed or the
Fucking, like,
angle that
45
Justin
yards.
Jefferson does. What an excellent
Yeah, that's a
throw
fucking
by-
bomb, dude.
Yeah, Sam
That
Darnold.
is a
He's got an
bomb.
arm.
And he
Sam
He
Darnold's
threw
got
it
an
out of the
arm.
end zone. Yeah, that's a bomb.
So yeah, he's got an arm, but still,
Hell yeah.
I mean,
I know. It's like, man, I would look like a good quarterback too if I could just throw jump balls to Justin Jefferson.
yeah. Now he's on Seattle. Who's he fucking throwing to?
Seattle's got they've got that Smith and Jigba. That's probably
Okay, he's not too bad. Yeah.
yeah. I want to say they went out and got somebody, but now I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither.
Because they got rid of DK Metcalf. They finally told his whiny ass to go on somewhere. Oh,
yeah.
they have Cooper Kupp now.
Oh, that's right.
They have Smith and Jigba and Cooper Kupp.
Oh my God, DK Metcalf is with the Steelers now. with
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers.
He's with Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Oh, have fun with that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
DK Metcalf after 2 weeks is going to be crying his eyes out that he's not getting enough touches because, Aaron Rodgers just throwing him into the fucking dirt. Marquez Valdez Scantling.
Oh, okay.
He's on the Seahawks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So they got some people
now with the Seahawks. I completely forgot about that. Because every single picture of that I see him is still in a Rams uniform.
And they've also for the backs, they've got that Kenneth Walker and Zach Charbonnet. I mean, they've got some players.
They got some dudes. They got guys there.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, obviously it doesn't matter who they have because they're going to run into the buzzsaw that is the 49ers. And
not the running backs keep getting fucking injured. Then what? Then what are they going to do?
Yeah.
Go to fucking Ricky Pearsall for the 10th time?
None of that really matters because it depends on if old man Stafford shows up this year for the Rams. If Stafford has another year in him, the Rams are going to win that division in a walk. If Stafford doesn't have another year in him, then it's like, who knows?
He's already having injury problems and all this stuff. So Jimmy Garoppolo is just sitting there waiting. Yeah. Please, Jimmy Garoppolo, please be playing against the Niners. Let's go. Let's go. Just an interception waiting to happen. Just waiting. Come on.
Poor Jimmy G. That man was in a Super Bowl. You leave him alone.
He was in a Super No, look, he was good. He was definitely good, but man, there were definitely times, especially like the last 2-3 seasons or whatever it was, every single time we throw the ball, you just be like, is this going to be a pick? Is this going to be a pick? Oh, it's not. Okay, good. It's good. Like anytime the ball would go off the screen, you're like, oh, fuck, interception. At least that's how I felt every time we throw the ball. And then he went to the Raiders.
He just
stunk the place there.
Jimmy G had the same kind of like serendipitous clash as Nick Foles had for Philadelphia that one year, where it's like he came along at just the right time and he was playing at just the right level and he was on just the right team, a stacked 49ers team with a good defense, that it was like, this is it. If it all comes together right here, then this is the scenario. Like if you said, what's a scenario in which Jimmy G could lead a team to the Super Bowl? And the answer was, this is it. And it was just
Super Bowl 54. Yeah, he overthrew Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah. It was just Jimmy G needed to play like 17 more minutes of competent football.
Yeah.
And
the one time where he actually threw like a good deep ball and he fucking overthrows him. Like,
yeah.
All the other times he's like, I'm gonna check it down. No, I'm just gonna check it down.
Well, sometimes you gotta check down.
Yeah, you gotta check it down.
I don't know. I'm sorry. This show is supposed to be over. It's my fault. We brought up bad memories. It's my bad.
To be fair, at least the Niners have some playoff wins and all that. What have the Cowboys done since their Super Bowl?
Well, what they did since then is they invented the highest paid player in the history of the NFL. I'll leave you with this. I'll leave you with this last tidbit before we sign off. Did you know? Because that the 2024 New England Patriots, last year's Patriots, which were terrible, and they had a ton of cap space, like they're way under the cap. Mm-hmm. Did you know that you could buy the lowest paid, like 34 players off of the 2024 New England Patriots to build yourself a super team in exchange for one Dak Prescott contract?
Oh my God. The whole fucking
I'm not shitting you. I'm not shitting you.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a 53-man roster, by the way. You can have three-fifths of their team in exchange for Dak.
Jeez.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Man. And the sad thing is the New England Patriots would probably consider that with how bad their team is.
Well, I was about to say, I promise you they wouldn't because they know that Dak Prescott's not that good. But I was like, man, I wish I had that clip from Inglourious Basterds. Like, would you take that deal? Yeah, I'd take that deal. That's a damn good deal. I'll take 33 players to mix in with my current other 52 Dallas Cowboys and come up with one super unit in exchange for Dak.
God, that would be like the fucking, that would be like oh, what was that draft where Mike oh fuck, now I'm like a fucking idiot. It was a running back that the Saints, I think, drafted, and they traded all their draft picks for that one guy. Fuck, what was his name? Ricky Williams.
Yeah,
That's
Ricky
who it
Williams.
was. Yeah. They traded their whole draft for that guy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Ricky Williams was really good until,
Yeah.
you know.
But he wasn't good enough for like giving up your whole fucking draft for
Well,
you.
no.
You know, like it wasn't
There's various examples of that in NFL history where a team will go broke for one big trade or one big pick, and it's like if that guy actually worked out, then they would say it was worth it. But
Right,
some
right.
other team is basically getting to rebuild. They're they're getting to do a fast forward version of a rebuild in exchange for that one pick or player. That's how the Cowboys built their dynasty in the 90s. They traded Herschel Walker.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
When he was over the hill,
The Vikings, I think, right?
to the Vikings, and
Yeah.
the Vikings gave them the picks that ended up being Aikman, Irvin Smith.
Hell yeah.
All those guys for like an over the hill Herschel Walker. Yeah.
Hell
Could you
yeah.
imagine? Get them, Vikings.
Well, that's it for this show. And I mean this show is over.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah. It's Too Late with Alan Mosley, I hear, is coming back again.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we're doing an episode of It's Too Late this week. So now when you ask me where we're going to go, and I do link over here, actually, you will find it there at that link this Wednesday at 9:00 Eastern time. Yeah.
And I think at some point we're going to be on the show. At some point, I don't know when, but we're going to be on the show to talk about that one Korean show that a lot of people were talking about at one point in time.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
All right. Thanks everybody for watching and listening. And we may be back. I'm not sure. I know they're supposed to say just you got to be consistent if you want to grow your audience, but I mean, come on, look at me. Like I said before, lazy. All right. See you later. Bye.